It's a rivalry that defines the sport, one that everyone points to and asks what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Ohio State's offense will come out first. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber, and they're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up big.
And Michigan had no answer, and now does Michigan have an answer this year? Because it's another talented Buckeye team. Every year you're going to play the Buckeyes, they're going to be talented. Michigan has to make the game physical. Michigan has to play their brand of football if they want to change the outcome.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. They'll try the outside to the left. Got the first down and more. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise. Continue to be louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money.
There he goes. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The give to the back. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, Run the football, be physical, get a big.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Great job by the back on the option. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that embrace the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. We've had some early scores. They got the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Webb. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Moses, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Finds his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Spillman. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. New set of downs after the completion. The give on the option. Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31.
Brings up second down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. They're working that left side. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll go back to the air on second down. This time on target. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
On third down, he drops to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Going to swing it on second down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage and he knocked it away.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Avery. Got room at the 35.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into the...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Hauls it in. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And now the lead is even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Wolverines will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking for room. It's Spillman. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Oh, what a cut! Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He's up to 107 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Using the quick game, and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
There he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Michigan. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Leaves it with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Rides the back on the option. The give. Gets it past the marker. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And the Wolverines are on the move. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think so.
Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a... And a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The screen, he can go. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Let's go.
From the gun, give on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Breaks the tackle. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to looking for the end zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The shotgun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Spillman. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physical.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They feed him again.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo, and you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking left. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and 1st down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and even better this time around. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw on 1st down. Big fella moving. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and all likelihood. Could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They've stretched out this lead, and they're starting to smell their 11th win of the year.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were...
There he goes! At the 30. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Wide out, trying to get it in. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time, when